Silk, which returned for its third series. Legal drama written by Peter Moffat, starring... who does it star, Gary?
Sorry,
Careful now! Careful!
Sorry, I wasn't
Careful now!
Maxine Peake.
Thank you,
Maxine
God.
Carr. No, Pete!
No!
Again!
Unbelievable.
Maxine Peake, Rupert Penry-Jones and the brilliant Neil Stukel star in this third series. It starts really with Rupert Penry-Jones's Clive Reader now getting Silk. He's now a QC as well. We found that in the first episode, is it Alan Cowdrey, the who's sort of the head of the Chambers?
Yes.
Yeah.
His
son was arrested for allegedly killing a police officer.
Where have I seen his son?
A mother's son.
Oddly,
Thank
in
you.
What Remains. In What Remains as well.
Yeah,
He was
Right.
and a mother's son.
Done. Yep.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yes,
Good
we
actor.
watch TV.
We watched telly, Gary.
And also in this one, there's
not
a
a
new character
magic
played
trick.
by Miranda Raison, whose name escapes me, the character's name.
Her
who
name's
was
Harriet.
Harriet, who was brought in to sort
The
of
spy?
tidy up the office and sort of right the wrongs done by Neil Stuke's Billy in the last series after he took a massive bribe. I think this was, again, a great series. I think it was a great
Do you think,
start.
why has he still got a job then? Why wasn't he sacked?
Was he
Was the
sort of
cancer the reason that...
Well, they don't know about the cancer, do they?
Nobody knows
No,
about
she
the
does,
cancer.
doesn't she? I thought...
No.
That,
No,
I thought,
no,
I thought,
no.
No?
No.
Okay.
That's why she asked how he was, and he said, "No, I'm fine," or "Is everything
Okay.
right?" And he said, "No, I'm fine." But no, I think he's still got the respect of a lot of people who work there. You imagine that they decided to keep him on because, I mean, there was the whole thing, and I think it was clever that this first one was all about like a member of their family, of the Chambers family, was
Yes.
in
that
the
did
dock.
make it interesting.
and everyone was working to sort of get him off, sort of thing. And it was well done. And I thought the sort of twist in the tale with him having like mental health problems as well was well done. I think that was a nice twist.
The one thing that I thought was very interesting was the way in which, in comparison to last series, the roles were reversed a little bit. It was Rupert Penry-Jones being the one that said, "Come on, Mom, don't be so naive. You've got to think of everything."
And
she was a lot more emotional and unfocused.
That was to do with her sort of prejudice towards the police, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Because of the opening appeal case.
The other
she
case
lost.
that they... Yeah.
And I think the chemistry between them as well is, I mean, they've ramped that up this series, haven't they? I think the sort of romantic angle in this series between Martha and Clive.
What happened to Luther's ex-gay wife?
What?
Luther's wife.
Luther's
Indira
ex-gay wife.
Varma.
Yeah, what happened to... I
She
assume she's
wasn't
not
in
back.
it last year, was she?
Yeah, she was his.
Yeah,
she
she
was
was.
his
God,
love
my-
interest.
She
Oh,
was
of
like
course
his
she-
agent
of
or
course she
something,
was.
or
Of course
she was
was,
setting
yeah.
up to become him to. She was trying to get him to be Silk, wasn't she?
I tell you what's good about this for me is that it proves that I don't remember Series 2 overly well, although we talked about it a lot at the time. There was no previously, was there? There was no reminder of what it was. But I did feel immediately like I was back in
Yeah.
Silk World,
As
and I
soon
loved
as she
it.
started dancing to
I loved it.
Joy Division in the,
No, even before that, I was already in. I think it's
I
just,
thought that was
it-
great. That
Yeah.
It has a wonderful atmosphere about it, that show, and I think it's because they're letting us in on a world that we don't see that often on telly.
And
It's so precise.
and I think
I have a
Peter,
small...
Peter Moffat, who obviously
Oh, don't say. I hate
himself
that. Don't say Moffat. Say Moffat,
Moffat
please. Thank
was
you.
a former barrister himself, so
yeah.
has an ear for the sort of dialogue that would be there. Go on, Gary. Sorry.
I have a small gripe.
Oh no!
No,
It
no,
was big last
it's-
time I saw it.
Yeah, well,
What's
it's
that?
been wet. It's struggling. The supporting cast. The first year, you had two very good young lawyers that were involved in the show. One
I
of
didn't
them's
like
now
that.
on. No, you didn't like them. Last year, obviously, we had the guy that's playing Endeavour.
Phil Davis.
And Phil
And
Davis.
Sean Evans.
Sean Evans.
Phil
Both
Davis,
in the
Sean
show.
Evans.
This year, obviously, I think you're supposed to believe that this Harriet is going to come into it. I'm
Francis
still-
Barber's still there as well.
Well, Frances Barber's still there, and again, she played a good bit part in this one.
Yeah.
I'm a bit disappointed that we haven't seen much more of the three young characters in the office. I want to see something
you will.
involving
You
them.
will.
They
And
are
I know
bringing in a new character, aren't they, next week as well? They're bringing
will.
in a young-
You
well,
will.
I didn't know that, so that's good.
There's an introduction of a new character. The theme of this series is the Chambers deciding whether they want to be defence or the other one. Why can't I? Prosecution. Thank you. Sorry. And also they are bringing back Phil Davis as well.
Oh, I thought he stole the show for me in the last.
Oh, he's coming back, I promise. So there's a lot to look forward to. We did question at the time about Monday night, and it did suffer slightly up against the old DCI Banks.
Well, because DCI Banks was the second of a two-parter, which had already, so I think there was a returning audience who then would have gone, okay, still can be watched on the iPlayer or I record it. So
yeah. So
and
I've said this to other people.
Two other good shows that we like, Moon Boy and
So good you can't remember what the other one is.
The Mad Fat Diary thing.
That's on a 10, but anyway.
Yeah, that's on a 10. Yeah, but it's still. And also, I think this series, we're one episode in, and it already feels like, I don't know, this could be the last one. I'm sort of preparing myself for this to be the last series of Silk.
To go on to Amazon Prime.
No, I hope not. But also, Rupert Penry Jones, if it did come back, he doesn't stick with it. Maxine Peake is becoming a big name. Well, not she always has been a big name.
I mean,
so whether they'd be able to get them all back, I don't know.
If Penry Jones left, it would suffer.
I think Maxine Peake and Neil Stuke are the star.
Maxine Peake left, because she is. But I'm not sure about Rupert, if either Rupert or Neil left.
I think they could replace Rupert Penry Jones. Yeah. I don't know about Neil Stuke.
Let's talk just briefly. A lot of criticism that gets levelled at Silk, and I think we in the TV reviewing community are one of the few people that like it. But a lot of criticism that because a lot of criticism that gets thrown at it is that Maxine Peake's character. Martha Costello, very near.
Character.
Yeah, character. That's how I changed it. Maxine Peake's character, Martha Costello, is a little bit too, goody two shoes and too for the common man. Do you ever find that grating? I don't. Do you ever find it irritating?
As Gary alluded to earlier, she wasn't in this episode. She sort of had her prejudices.
Or prejudice, I think they're known.
To us, the police sort of clouded her judgment in questioning, the person she was defending. In a way, she thought she knew what had happened, without I wonder whether I know what you mean. She's still against the police.
I find her a very honest and believable character, to be honest, because I think there are people out there like that. I mean, she's not always right. She thinks she's always right, but at least she admits when she's wrong.
I think these characters are some of the most interesting on TV because none of them, I don't think, and I would disagree with those other critics who said that they all seem like real people because none of them are completely all goody-goody. I know what you mean about sort of Maxine Peake's idealistic, maybe, Martha, because she comes from a different world. I think that's it as well, because they have like the class warfare, which was a big thing in the first series, wasn't it? About how, she's a northerner, and I feel her pain, obviously.
Rupert Penry Jones represents the old boys club, doesn't he? Rupert Penry Jones represents the Oxford, Cambridge educated, is in the chambers because he's good looking and comes from good stock.
Good looking.
Well, no, but I think that he is the dashing kind of lawyer that you would want defending you. The smooth talking one. Whereas if you were in deep trouble, you'd want Maxine Peake.
Which is why Cowdery selected her of the three. Shot at the beginning where he says, "Who do you want, sir?"
Yeah. I also wonder whether there was a rise in people making tea during episode 1 after the continual mention of kettling. I was particularly thirsty throughout.
And then it stopped after they watched Line of Duty.
That's the problem. That's the problem. Kettling is such a phrase of about 3 years ago.
Okay, so that's it. We still love it. We will always love it, I think.